Hello and welcome yet again to Blue Garden Cottage. Lovely to have you along with us. It's a glorious day today. It started off very wet, raining and quite cold actually, but it's not too bad now. I thought I'd quickly do a video for you. It's an extremely busy day. We're doing quite a lot of running around. And I had obviously had such a bimbo moment. Oh, I tell you what, yesterday I thought I was doing this week's video editing. Turned out it was next week's video I was editing. And then I went on to do this week's video, only to realize that I had actually deleted the video clip from my phone because I thought I'd uploaded it to the computer, and so it was missing. And I only had 2 clips that make no sense without the others. So I just thought I would quickly catch up with you on our mid-year review and a catch-up, and also just to give you progress so far on the bird bath, the concrete bird bath hubby's making for me. It's almost done. It needs sealing, and the base is also done and needs sealing, and then we'll be able to put that together and I'll show you when it's done. Right, as to the review, oh my gosh, right. This is the one I did earlier in the year of things that still needed to be done, the to-do list for the front and the back and the long-term goals. And I've ticked off the things that we've done so far up in March, but we've done a great deal more since then. And then there's all the list of the stuff to be done indoors. So what I did was I did a new list from now. All the things that are still to do for the rest of this year, and things to do possibly for next year as well, and then indoors the jobs that still needed doing, what I was going to be doing in each room, because next year we'll be finishing off some of the garden jobs for next year, but we'll be making a start on all the indoor jobs next year. So there's quite a few there, and also for the crafts and the writing, and then some plans for 2022, what I want to do then. So it's been helpful to do an update of where we're at. I mean, the things we have done this year that were on the list of to-dos is, obviously, as you remember, we built all the beds by the end of last year, beginning of this year, and capped them off in the beginning of the year. We filled them all, the beds, by March, April, all filled. We topped them up again in May with compost. We've got things growing. We re-roofed the workshop, re-roofed the studio and made an overhang. We've also built the wood store, so that's now the job's complete. I've moved the hanging baskets to outside of the pergola. What else have we done? Oh, in the front garden we built the new pergola for the climbing plants in the front. Repainted everything in the front. What else? We've done quite a bit, really. I've reorganized all in the potting shed. Yeah, so there's quite a lot we've already done. Oh, I did change the overflows for the water butts, but I'm going to change them yet again for more solid elbow joints, plumbing elbow joints, so that these can clip on underneath rather than sit like that, because the other one, as I'll show you, the pipe leans too much, and in the hot weather it just kinks and goes flat. But we also sorted out the overflows for the ponds, so that's sort of the waterlogging of the apple orchard. And of course the apples appreciated, I think, because they've come back to life, so we might get fruit next year. What else have we done? Oh, we haven't done the fruit cage. We might lose most of it to the birds, or I'll try and figure something out. Yeah, so we've done quite a bit. Oh, and I've reorganized the inside of the craft studio. As you remember, I reorganized, got more furniture and put everything in order in there. Makes it a bit easier to keep tidy and in order. So yeah, I haven't been as fastidious about getting the garden as productive as it can be this year, because obviously there's been so much going on. So that's still the plan, but I'm taking it as we go. Plants are growing. I'm not going to get too stressed about things that haven't succeeded or that have died or munched. But there you go, that's where we're at so far. And I've just been showing you as well what I've been doing with the Kanban board and how I've organized that according to what we've been planning for at least the next 3 months. And then so I've got 3 months planned. I've got for the YouTube videos, where have I put it? There we go, all the schedule, the YouTube video schedule for July, August and September. So that's the video schedule for the next 3 months. Same patterns as usual. Garden first, week 1 is garden, week 2 home, week 3 is craft, week 4 would be self-reliance for the time being until I've got the writing to share with you, and then week 5 is a general chat, which is next week. So next week, even though it's not going to be totally a general chat, it will be a timeline of from when we moved into the house in August 2015 until now. Oh yes, and we've also made a start on the strawberry towers, the towers that we built up along the back of the tubs on the bottom. So that's exciting to be getting on with as well soon. And we started a new project that wasn't planned, that's the doll house. So it's just going to be sanded. I bid on and won a job lot of beautiful doll's house furniture, among which the majority are really good quality furniture. And the rest will be for my granddaughter's dollhouse. So that was exciting. Already starting to get furniture. I've been looking at fabrics I can use. So yeah, we're getting on with that. Moving on to the Kanban. I'm now cutting off the sticky bits and cutting them into smaller strips. These are no good, they curl up, the little ones curl up as soon as I peel them off, and the gluey strips just makes them curl up. So to keep them flat, you have to cut the gluey bits off. And we use 4. The writing stuff is orange. I need orange. Orange for social media. I think that's about it. To do that, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is YouTube. Right, I've got it sorted out. So far, I have figured out there's only 2 weeks left of this month, and this month has a 5th week. So, I've sorted out this week. Mid-year review already being done. So really that should go, oh, that's for the video, that's being done there. Journals and diaries already being done, almost finished. Other jobs left to do this week. Then this column here used to be for the projects for both the school garden and the secret garden, but there's no way that can be done since last year. Everything's on hold with those. I won't be able to do that for a long time, if at all. So I've changed that to week 5 chat, because I've only got 4-week columns here, and some months of the year have 5 weeks. So this extra column I've turned into week 5. So next week is a week 5. And I'm just going to put in there all the things I'm going to be doing for week 5. And all the video topics, the Facebook album, Instagram photo. And then the garden, home, crafts and self-reliance stuff. And what I'm doing in the 5th week. And also for the YouTube video, which will be then it's a timeline. I think it's a great time. Mid-year, 5th week is a perfect opportunity for timeline photos, and videos of what this property was like when we first moved in until now. Well, I'm talking about the garden specifically, but you know, I think that'll be good. I can do timeline bits and bobs. The biggest change since we've moved into this house has been the garden, because there was absolutely nothing. It was a complete blank canvas and is unrecognizable. So that's the biggest chunk of the changes. Indoor, the big changes will come next year. But I will continue to do little videos of things we're doing, so that next year, mid-year, I'll be able to do a same timeline kind of thing for what we've achieved over the years that we've been in this house then. So there you go. Another reason I really like being able to put things in order, both between my semi-annual review, which I check every now and again anyway. I keep it nearby where I sit and do most of my paperwork so that I regularly can look at it. And then if I look at it regularly, I can keep up to date with what's been done, tick off what's been done, what's next. And I look at the Kanban board, because that is my visual, my daily visual. I pass it every day, so I look at it every day, and then I can put down what's doing, what's done, and then move on through the tasks. And that has been, since last year, that has been such an invaluable tool for me to be able to get stuff done, because I have so much to do, and there's such a push to get all the projects finished, because I really want to get on with the general maintenance, the growing of the food year round, using and maintaining my food storage indoors, and learning how to make the most of that and to perfect that, to make my home feel like a paradise. I want my garden to feel like our own personal Eden, and our home to feel like our own refuge and place we love to be, and that anybody who visits would love to be welcome and would love to visit. So that is the goal, and to be able to do all of those things with the time that I usually have, I need to get all the projects sorted and done the way we want it, and then just get on with it. And I know that these things all need maintenance and occasionally changing, but have the discipline and the tools, like a journal and a diary, like a Kanban board, and then just getting on with stuff and being adaptable, because things change all the time. No matter what plans I make, things change and you have to adapt. It's not an end of my plans, it just is a sideways route of getting to it. So yeah, I like being able to do that. Oh, I am so tired, but it feels good to get things done. There's so much going on that I don't talk to you about, because a lot of it is either personal stuff or to do with extended family, and I respect their privacy and protect them. And I think security-wise, I don't want to talk about their personal stuff and their problems and trials and illnesses. Some of them serious, because two family members are in hospital, one in serious condition, for all intents and purposes, a coma, and the other one recovering from stroke. So there's other stuff that we deal with as well in general life. And then of course there's expectation of a new grandchild coming within the next 2 months. Just over a month. So there's a new arrival coming soon, and then there's just our general personal health and recovery from very tiring years. And obviously earlier this year, I'm not going to say the word, you know it by now. So we're still not 100%, but we're getting there, and we're just going to keep going. So yeah, having a plan. I'll put a link to that last video right in the corner of the video as well for you, whichever side it comes up. Having a plan that helps us to get things done, ticking off the boxes so that we're getting closer to the dream. If you remember back in 2019, I spoke to you about that dream of self-reliance. Yeah, that was the goal, to be eventually self-reliant, to have our suburban what do you call it, homestead, because we couldn't have the smallholder, we couldn't have the farm, and even if we could, we wouldn't be able to manage it now at this stage of life. So the dream to have our own homestead in the suburbs, even if we didn't own the house, even if it was just a small space, and if we didn't have much money, we want to make the dream come true. And I think for most of us, either we sit and dream about our dreams, lament not having them, or we just do whatever we can to get as close to them as we possibly can. And for me, these checklists and things helping me to write down that dream, to put them in order, how I'm going to achieve it, and what that looks like in the situation that we have, that is what we're doing. That is what a mid-year and end-year review does, and it helps us to get closer to the dream. So I hope that you have a plan. If you have a dream, you have a plan, and you're going to make it real. That is my wish for you. If you are, I hope you have more settled in certain seasons. And if not, whatever. Make the most of every day as it comes. Enjoy. Oh, okay. I've got to be off. Loads to do. Have a great week, folks. I shall speak to you again soon. Take care. As well, as usual, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Do comment as well. I love to hear from you all. And have a good week. Speak to you then. Bye.